Hey, what's going on? Welcome back to the YouTube channel. My name is Andy Monroe, and in today's video, I'm going to be walking you through why I think that business owners should be hosting events for their businesses. You can see on the screen. That's why. That's what I'm going to be talking about in this video. So if you're a business owner, watch closely because I'm going to convince you to start hosting events if you are not already hosting events. And if you're an event planner, you should watch as well because it's good to be able to understand these principles so that when you're talking to business owners, you understand how their mind works and how your services can help benefit them and their business, because that's one of the biggest pain points in the events industry is the disconnect between the creative and the stakeholders. So very valuable stuff here. And as you can see, I'm going with the informal setting again. I don't believe that the aesthetic of the video communicates the value in the video. That's my personal opinion. Let me know in the comments if I'm wrong. And I'm also going to try and just do this in one take like I have in the past. So let's see how it goes. I don't even remember what I put on these slides, so we'll see if it works out. Okay, so first of all, I'm going to walk through, why listen to me. If you don't care about this stuff, just skip like a minute ahead. It gets right into the video. But some people care about credibility, so I got to establish that here. I have 4 years of experience in the events industry, and that's just not, being an event planner. That's overseeing large scale conferences that were meant to help grow a business. And in that time, I was also a partner and on the executive team at a startup, helping grow the business holistically. The events that I've planned have generated millions of dollars in revenue, and this is from ticket sales and also products sold at the event. So we got really good at monetizing events. And then I've have managed, I can't even read my own text. I've managed dozens of events ranging from 10 attendees up to 1,700. So a good variety there of like intimate retreats and conferences. And finally, I'm the co-founder of Bullish Events. And what we do is we help business owners grow their brand, create community, increase revenue with events. Yeah, that's a little bit about me, and let's dive into the actual video. So, the number one reason why I think business owners should be hosting events is because of the community aspect. So, when you start hosting events build a community around your business and also within your business as well, which is very powerful. And I'm a believer, from my experience at least, that a strong community equals loyal customers that will stick longer. And the next point I believe is stronger word of mouth. So I'm just going to cover this part real quick. So when you have a strong community, especially a strong community within your business of customers that have already purchased your product, maybe you're a coach, community owner, software owner, whatever it is. If you have a community within your business, those customers are going to be very loyal, and they're also going to stick longer, and your churn rate will decrease just because they're not going to want to leave the community, and they're going to see the community as like a very valuable part of the product. And also these people that are loyal, they're going to be, they're going to be your biggest affiliates. If they like your product and you have a really good community, they're going to go out and they're going to tell their friends about it because people are proud to be a part of a special, cool, unique community. I just see, I've been on school a lot. As you guys saw, I made a video about school a few weeks ago, and there's a lot of people on there that own communities, and you can tell that the ones that are very strong are the ones where their followers and their members are in other groups posting about that other community, saying like, "Hey, this guy's really cool. He has a strong community. It's very loyal. You should come join it." That's like one of the most powerful aspects in business is to have people spreading the word of your business for you. So that's that. There's also a better relationship between you and your customers. When you throw events and you have that community, you can see them, you can talk to them, you can meet them, you can answer their questions, and they can see you for who you are. And it adds a very personalized element to you and your brand, which in today's world is pretty rare. So that's another good aspect. And then finally, being the facilitator of a community, like when you host an event, you facilitate these connections. It's a very powerful position to be in. When you go to a party and you meet the host. The host is like an elevated figure who has authority and status at that party because they're the ones hosting. The same psychology applies to events. When you're a business owner and you host events, either maybe it's to generate more leads for people that aren't inside of your business yet, or for your current customers, like being that facilitator is so powerful. It also allows your team to see your business in real life. At the last company that I was a partner at, when we hosted our big conferences, one of the coolest aspects of that was bringing our team to see, what we were building online, because a lot of this stuff occurs online these days. So when your employees and your team, your staff, your leaders all come together and they see the movement that you're building, like physically, they see it in front of them. That's very, very powerful. I think I'll probably say powerful like 15 more times in this video. So hopefully it doesn't get too old. The second aspect of why business owners should be throwing events is because of the value it brings to your product, your community, your members, and everybody involved. Um, this is, at least I'm going to speak from my experience, having a strong network within your business is one of the most valuable assets you can provide to your customers. This is potential business partners, potential investors, potential collaborators, and friends. This is something that your customers really, really value, and also makes your product a lot more valuable, which means you can charge more. One thing that we did at that business I just mentioned is when we were thinking of ways to charge more for a product for a mastermind, we're like, what can we do? We have the education there. We started to introduce some coaching. People have talked about wanting to come together for events. Like maybe we should start hosting events. And when we did, that's when we were able to charge, 30 grand, 25 to 30 grand instead of 10 to 15 grand. And people start to buy the product more and stay longer because of the events. It's just such a valuable aspect of a product. And this is like a principle I heard from a mentor one time that I love. People pay for the product, but they stay for the community. So just keep that in mind when you are structuring your products and your value ladder. I think it's very smart to have events somewhere in your business. It's just so valuable for your customers. And finally, I want to talk about credibility. Events establish a lot of credibility around you, your brand, your business. It just provides a lot of social proof. When you are able to bring people together, like real human beings come together to listen to you talk about something or to attend something that you created, it just shows that you actually know what you're talking about, and you just have some social proof to draw on. Like, hey, I did this. This is my event. I planned that. These people came out to come and listen to me, or they saw what I was throwing and they came and attended my event. It definitely adds a lot of credibility to your name. And people also get to see your expertise on the display. Anybody, like even like me, I can get on YouTube. This could be my 15th take of this video, and I could have just like chat GPT this entire thing. But when you are at an event and you're on the stage and you're like talking with the people, you really get to you get to put your expertise on display. And there's like, there's not, you could have a confidence monitor in front of you, but that's still like, you're still on the spot. People are going to ask you questions. You're going to have to answer and respond to what they're saying. It just really allows you to showcase like what you're talking about and like what your whole brand is about and what you guys can, what problems you guys solve. And then I just believe that community equals credibility. When I'm looking online, looking for products to buy, if I see like two businesses side by side, one seems to be more successful, but they don't have a community, and one maybe is a little smaller, but I've seen that they've thrown a few events and they have like people that come together, I would totally buy that second product any day. Just because, if like I said in the first bullet point, like when you're able to bring people together, that shows that you at least know what you're talking about, like a little bit, like enough to get them to buy flights, buy hotel rooms, and come out, fly somewhere, take time off work, leave their families, and attend your event, which I think is very credible. And this is something that I kind of hinted at earlier on, but like with how chronically online everything is these days, like bringing people together is so powerful. Loneliness is at an all-time high. The search, if you look at the search volume for like how to make more friends or how to meet more people, that's at an all-time high as well. People want to connect, and I understand that virtual events are like the whole, all like it's the buzz right now. People want to start moving things online because it's easier, it's cheaper, but that will never replace the value of in-person events. And I'm not discouraging you from hosting virtual events. I think they're valuable as well, but I don't think you should scrap in-person events completely, because there's something to be said about bringing human beings together. It's like in our DNA to connect with each other. So if you're a business owner and you're in that position where you can bring people together, I would highly encourage you to do so. And last thing I'll mention, I think, oh no, there's two more. So events produce very valuable marketing assets. So it kind of goes back to just the whole credibility thing. Like if you host events, you can film them, take pictures, use that as marketing assets, and you can also grab testimonials at your events, which are very powerful. There it is, powerful again. And then last thing I'll say is events just really position you as the authority in an industry. That's just how it works. That's how humans view other humans. If people look at you and they see that you're the one hosting events, they're gonna be, okay, he's the thought leader, he's the category king, he or she, gender neutral. Um, but they are the thought leader in the industry. They have the credibility. It's one thing to have a course or to have a business or to do something in an industry, but it's another thing to actually host an event in that industry as well. I look at Russell Brunson as a great example. There was a lot of competition in the online marketing world, but he came in and he just started throwing an event called Funnel Hacking Live, and it was pretty small at the beginning, but it grew and grew and grew, and the snowball effect, continued over the years. And finally, Russell Brunson is like the category king in the marketing industry, which is like arguably one of the most saturated markets there is, because he started throwing his events way back in 2010, 2011, and now he's just the established authority. So just another reason why I think business owners should host events. And yeah, that's everything I had for this presentation. Um, like I said, these are just my thoughts, my experience. I'm not saying that this is the right way. If you're a business owner, like, take everything I say with a grain of salt. Definitely go based off of your experience as well. But based on my experience, I think hosting events are very, very valuable for business owners. And I think that all business owners should be hosting events in some way or another. Now, if you are a business owner and you are interested in planning your next or first event, go ahead and click a link down below. I got a free community for you. And also, if you are an event professional and you just want to connect with other event professionals, especially on the younger end, our community is filled with a lot of young event planners, managers, and coordinators, experienced designers that are looking to connect and grow. Feel free to click the link down in my bio as well. I have a community for you as well. So yeah, I think that's everything. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.